All right, hello everybody. Welcome to coronavirus update number 20. It is approximately 7 p.m. right here on the East Coast in the great state of New Jersey. So today we have some very exciting news to go over. First off, non-essential retail in New Jersey can resume on Monday, June 15th, 2020. Barbershops and salons can also resume as of Monday, June 22nd, 2020. And not only that, but also outdoor dining can resume Monday, June 15th, 2020. So, again, some very exciting news in regards to all that great stuff that's coming. I'm very happy to see malls opening up again. I am trying my heart out for Freehold. I got one last shot, and then after that, I'm going to have to unfortunately give up hopes. Like I said, the attempt with the petition failed, so I'm cooking up something right now, and I'll get back to you guys if it does come to tuition. I believe it or not, I actually spent the day today cleaning up my bedroom. Believe it or not, but I also did some schoolwork as well. So yeah. Hey, Photoelectric Elevators, how are you? Yes. Yes, because it is a Canton pump, but I don't think it's gonna be closing anytime soon. Right now, the only thing that I know that's closing, is J.C. Penney, and I don't know, Sears might have posted some more liquidation sales, I don't know yet, but let's see. But I don't think so. So, yeah. But, yeah, very exciting for New Jersey-wise. Non-essential retail can resume June 15th. Outdoor dining, June 15th. Barber shops and salons, June 22nd. Personally, I'm happy I got my hair cut, and, yeah. Yeah, the Sears Woodbridge, yeah, that was a bad loss. But it was inevitable, and I said, "Yeah, this is probably gonna be my final time at Sears and Woodbridge," so that's why I went, and I'm glad I did, no regrets on that. Sears at Woodbridge used to be the former Abraham& and Strauss store, and that is now, unfortunately, as of Saturday, April 11th, 2020, sitting vacant as of now. But yeah, very exciting news. Just very excited. New York has not announced anything yet. I believe some counties are expected to enter phase two beginning tomorrow and Wednesday. And yeah, so again, some very exciting news on that in regards. And coronavirus cases continue to decline, which is a good thing. However, I'm going to very quickly brief up on this. The protests for George Floyd are getting scary, and unfortunately, they're not coming to an end or a halt anytime soon. What is good is that cities are implementing curfews, so hopefully we won't have those scenes again. Look, I get the right to protest, but the vandalism and destruction and destroying your own neighborhoods, it's horrible. It's really bad what's happening, but hopefully that will be resolved, and will something will be done, and we won't have this madness again, because I mean, I'm seeing cars burnt up, businesses destroyed. It's horrible. It's just horrible. And then, disowning a guard, I don't know. It's just crazy. But I don't want to really get into it. It's too scary of a topic to talk about. So mall trips right now, I don't know. I'm working on trying to go to Freehold Raceway Mall, but that all depends if this Nordstrom's thing falls through. But I don't know if it will at this point. Hello there, Garden State Elevators. How are you? So yeah, I mean, I want to try and go to Freehold my first time, um, to hopefully get to Nordstrom's, but I don't know yet. It's going to depend if things fall into place. Obviously. There's a lot of Lord and Taylor elevators a loss. Only Westfield. That's the only one that's going to be a loss. Other than that, all the other ones are pretty much Kone. Well, it also depends on what area you're in, but the only one that's a loss is Westfield. I'm pretty good too. I'm excited that non-essential retail is going to reopen up in the next 2 weeks. It's kind of good that they're waiting 2 weeks, because then at least it gives retailers a chance to formulate a plan for 2 weeks so that everything can just open up in one shot. And restaurants too can do outdoor dining, but obviously with very strict social distancing guidelines. Spas and gyms, I believe, are going to be announced, I believe, within probably the next couple of days. There's no set in stone date on that just yet, but right now we heard about non essential retail in New Jersey, which is June 15th, outdoor dining June 15th, and salons and barbershops June 22nd. So, really good things are coming our way, but we can't screw this up now. So, yeah. Oh, really? It's a Montgomery A series. I did not know that. I think people have to wear face masks when going in, and they just have to be careful. I don't think we're going to be shut down again. You know what? I think this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Even if we do get hit with a second wave, we're much more advanced with technology, and I don't think this is going to happen again. Yeah, I did get a haircut. One of my friend's neighbors gave it to me. They're licensed barber, so that's why I got a haircut. But I'm happy I did. Like I got it 2 days before they made today's announcement. So I got no regrets behind that, and I needed it badly. I mean, you guys saw it was starting to grow out and stuff. So it's finally nice to get a haircut, and I made sure to get it short enough where I won't have to get one until probably at least mid-July. Yeah, J.C. Penney has not announced yet what stores they're closing. That list is going to be available on Thursday. So, yeah. Oh, I mean, it's probably good to look towards the future. Personally, I think there's going to be some kind of treatment, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't think this is going to happen again. I think colleges too are being smart. So I think a lot of stuff is being done now to prevent a second wave. That's why we need to control these protests so that we don't get a second wave of coronavirus. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we won't go into a second wave. But I mean, we did a lot of work and a lot of efforts being put in to find a treatment. So hopefully, there will be a treatment for the virus. Hey, Mohammed Sonic Boom, how are you? So yeah, some very exciting stuff too that's coming. But yeah, when I heard non-essential retail June 15th, I was so excited. So I hope New York State, and at least in the Long Island region, it's the same thing. I mean, if it's only the exteriors of the buildings, I don't know. That's the problem. I'm just fixing the hardware on computer. Oh, nice, nice. Hello, I love elevators. How are you? So yeah, I don't know yet when phase two is going to happen. I don't think the COVID charts were updated today, but let me double check. Yeah, no, the last time they were updated was May 29th. So I'll probably show you guys the charts again on what is it called, Monday. Oh, okay, that's good. Good. I'm glad you're going back to school. But I can't see my messages in the chat. Hi, Dylan D. Jesus. How are you? Wow, a lot of people are watching tonight. I mean, I'm very excited too. Like when I heard non-essential retail, so yeah. Ultra Eric ended his channel. Did he really? Damn, did he really? Did he really close his channel? No, I don't think he did. The last the IHME site. Oh, the COVID. It's not updated yet. Check the. Yeah. Yeah, they can. It depends on the camera you have. Oh, you don't go back to August 17th. Oh, okay. Hey, Scott, how are you? Yeah, the Garden State, the elevator, not the elevator, sorry. The data has not been updated yet. It's still May 29th, so I don't want to show old data. Did they come out with the store closings list already for JCPenney? I don't think so. Does anybody have a link to the list? If anybody has the list, please leave it in the chat. I want to see this actually. Hey Scott, how are you, man? I already said hello. Oh, I'm getting out of school in 4 days. I graduated last year. I sadly have summer school till August, and then I only have like 3 weeks of like vacation to go to malls and stuff, and then I go back to. I'm going to community college in the fall. I'm transferring because A, I really didn't like my institution that I went to, and B, especially with all given with COVID, it's probably the safe choice for now, honestly. And my old institution that I'm transferring out of, FDU, actually just announced a couple days ago that they're doing 3 weeks of online instruction, and then after that, they're going to be doing what's it called? And then they're going to have people report back for in person September 8th if guidelines allow. And then the semester's ending right before Thanksgiving. I think my community college at this point is probably going to do the same. I mean, there's really no point to do it in December. So, you're a freshman. Okay. All right. Yeah. You have a long way to go then. You still got another 3 years of high school left. Yeah. I don't know. I do have a 60 frames per second. I just haven't used my camera since March 10th. Because since then I haven't really been able to go to a mall, but now I can again. Although I think everybody knows I'm gonna have to wear one of these things while riding the elevators, so that's gonna be fun. And on the train too. So and in the state of New York, you have to wear a mask out in public. So I pretty much have to wear the mask from the moment I get on the train, and literally have to take it off from the moment I get off the train. That's gonna be a very long time wearing a face mask, but I don't have much of a choice. I have to get out the Macy's and Comac because it's liquidating, and I want to see Smith Haven since I already have all the videos, so I want to finish off the playlist, and also to eventually Freehold. I just don't know when, and then whatever else is going to close next. And I'm still waiting on Rockaway, Hackensack, and Jersey City, waiting on when those stores are gonna kick the bucket. The good news is Rockaway is close enough where I can just take the drive out there for the day. I was at Menlo Park about 3 years ago. And right now, I'm really trying to go to Freehold because I haven't been there since 2013. I know the store's not going to reopen, but I'm going to try and figure out a way to get there somehow. So I'm really trying very hard to get there. Like I'm trying, like that one, I'm trying much harder for because it's a classic and vintage one, and I'm trying all I can to get in there. So hopefully, all will come and fall into place. But I've been to Menlo Park many times before. The Macy's and Comac. Yes, it will be. That's why I have to get out there because it's a 1964 Seaburg. I don't know. I mean, they can open up the property. They literally the only thing I think they can open up there is It's Sugar on June 15th. I don't think the amusement parks at this point are going to open up till the fall, and I think the water park is probably going to be closed until there's a vaccine that's developed. I think at this point that are closing in August. None around here. I don't think the jobs haven't been listed yet, but I think some of them are going to be closing. I don't know which ones yet around here. Hello, Alex, elevator fan. How are you? Wow, a lot of people watching tonight. Let me see. Anything about stores closing? I don't think so. Tuesday morning was a huge loss, and Target and Walmart are closing stores temporarily. So yeah. How far is Stearns and Comac from Gertz at Broadway Commons? It is about a 20, I believe, 20 minutes. What happened to Ultra Eric? No, he's not closing his channel yet. I don't think. Can you look up Ohio? Sure. Let me get Ohio on here. They don't have as many deaths, so that's why I think Ohio is opening up much quicker. Yeah, so this is Ohio right now. They are right about here for today, and then it's going to keep going down. It's going to take a little bit for Ohio to go down. So as in regards to New York, I'll take a look at it. New York, this is where they reached their peak, and we are pretty much almost down. I think we're 95% of the way there, at least in New York State. Hopefully the cases won't increase, because that would really suck. And that literally puts all the plans off the table. All because these people had to protest. So hopefully they're not the cause of being in lockdown even longer. Because we did all this work to flatten the curve. And now, all because of the protest for George Floyd, it's all going to go to waste. And back. Hi, Ultra Eric. How are you? Pennsylvania, they're pretty close too. They're doing an interesting situation where it's the red phase, the green phase, the yellow phase, and the green phase. Oh, probably, I would imagine. I don't think Macy's is going to leave Palisades because I think there's enough people in Rockland County that want a Macy's store. The Nanuet was just double storing, and it just made sense for them to close that store, unfortunately. No, it's not going to leave Palisades. White Plains might very well be on its way out, but I don't know if that's true or not right now. White Plains would be a huge loss because that's a classic Otis Lexon, and Bloomingdale's too if that were to ever close. Yeah, guys, expect a big announcement coming Friday. No, Schindler HT is not a loss. Hi, Michael. How are you? Really, Otis Lexon? Damn, that's crazy. No, that was not a Stearns. Stearns did not have stores in in Westchester County. Stearns had the only two Bloomingdales that converted to Stearns were Willowbrook and Bridgewater. I hear non-essential retail is coming back in New Jersey, at least June 15th, and barbers and salons June 22nd, and outside dining is coming June 20. Or no, I'm sorry, June 15th. Gyms and spas have not been announced yet, but I'm sure they will be announced at some point this week. Yeah, I heard. I heard about King of Prussia. Two of my friends sent that actually. Crazy. It was looted, which is insane. No, I haven't heard anything about Lord and Taylor on closing right now. I have not. They may have gotten bailed out because of what happened with COVID, so they might have gotten a lifeline to come back at least. I haven't heard anything major about Lord and Taylor at the moment. Like I said, they could be doing it in phases. Phases, so yeah. That's only phase one, though. Not everything at once. It's going to be phase one. New York, it is good. New York City, at least, it's going to be a long road for them. So they have a very long road to still tackle. But Long Island, Westchester County, Mid Hudson region, they are all coming. They're all on phase one. They just entered phase one last week. I think either this week or next week they're going to enter phase two, but I think probably next week. So I think their retail openings will align with New Jersey. So I think everybody will be opening up at the same time, at least retail wise. And then hopefully I can travel on trains again to go to balls, but we'll just have to wait and see on that one. So yeah, that's crazy with King of Prussia. I mean, look, I understand the right to protest. I get what happened with George Floyd was horrible, and that what that officer did was just disgusting. But it does not mean to start looting and destroying your own neighborhood. I don't mean to get political here, but it's just crazy. Like, I get the right to protest as long as you do it peacefully. You wear the face mask, and you're not a jerk about it. Yes, I respect that totally, absolutely. There needs to be more of that. But you don't start burning up cars, vandalizing businesses, looting. I saw a video today, and this was, I think, in Seattle, Washington. Somebody actually took a full cheesecake, broke one of the windows, and stole one of the cheesecake factories. Like, you don't do that shit. And sorry for foul language, but you don't do that kind of crap. You don't steal. You don't think it's okay to steal because of what they did to George Floyd. What they did to George Floyd, what the officers in Minneapolis, Minnesota did to George Floyd was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Disgusting. But it does not give you the right to start vandalizing where your neighborhoods live, vandalizing cities, graffiti, burning up cars, burning up cop cars. What's next? They're going to burn up cars from the military? I can't wait to see that one. Insane. Eddie Lampert rant? Not yet. It's coming soon, though. I got to wait for all the non-essential businesses to start opening up again. Eddie Lampert's going to get what's coming to him. He's going to get a precious rant. He'll get a rant. Trust me. Just not right now, though. We got to get past the protest, the virus, and getting people back to work. Then I will be able to do my Eddie Lampert rant. But until then, I can't, unfortunately, because there's not a major announcement yet from Sears. But yeah, Eddie Lampert still sucks too. Yeah, when I say, I mean, and they were destroying Target stores and just destroying the self checkouts and stealing and looting. It's just crazy. And that's fine, man. No worries. Maybe it's your internet browser. That happens too. Yeah, it's just like, listen, I get it. If you can do it peacefully and demand for change, absolutely. I say by all means, go ahead, protest, and do it peacefully, and wear the face mask too. But if you're doing it and you're being a jerk about it and you're vandalizing graffiti, burning up police cars, what's next? Burning up military cars, military vehicles? Insane. HBO. I think one of my family members has an HBO subscription. Well, yeah, definitely. HBO is a streaming service. They're not in the position that Sears is in. Well, Sears really just doesn't care. I mean, Eddie Lampert has shown his true colors, and you know what? He doesn't care about his stores. You know what? All right, we'll do this Eddie Lampert rant. We might as well do this. But yeah, I mean, Eddie Lampert is just an awful human being. I don't know why he was put in charge of Sears. He's destroyed many careers of people who strive to walk into work every day, who liked working at Sears and Kmart, and Eddie Lampert just destroyed that. He destroyed the work atmosphere. He doesn't care about the stores. The only reason why he's holding on to them is for the real estate. He doesn't care about the quality, the cleanliness, the customer service. No, he's just holding on to them for real estate. and of course to pay off Seritage. But now it seems like he's in a little bit of trouble. So we'll see what happens with Sears. But Eddie Lampert is one of the worst CEOs out there. Worst, horrible. He let the stores fall into disarray and disrepair. And even when I went to Livingston before all this craziness with coronavirus started, I checked out all three floors. On the third floor, they had about half of the section blocked off. Same thing with Woodbridge. It's just you start to see the evidence when you walk in the actual buildings. It's just sad. It's just really sad that the stores got into that disarray and that disrepair. You know, the man doesn't care. He does not care. He doesn't care about the stores, the customers, and all the departments within the stores. They look like absolute garbage. They're disgusting. They don't clean them. Even the bathrooms are disgusting. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. But I think Sears' days are numbered. J.C. Penney is numbered as well. 242 stores. Their days are numbered. Lord and Taylor at this point is on its way out. And Macy's is also struggling as well. It's sad. Yeah, the elevator maintenance in Sears is not great either. That's another thing too, and the escalators too. Yeah, remember Matt? You told me that Exton Square Mall they didn't even bother to fix their elevator. Shows you how much Sears cares about their handicap accessibility customers. So and they're pretty much saying screw you to the people who are disabled and actually need the elevator. Yeah, they did file for bankruptcy. So pretty much if you're disabled and you want to go to like the upper level of a Sears store, you either have to go outside a mall or hope that there's a second floor entrance. It's a shame. It's a real shame. Oh, makes sense. They did. I don't think so. See, American Dream is in an area where it's not as ghetto. They're not going to have a bunch of people going to American Dream. It's a construction site. They're not going to have people destroying that. Mall of America, I could see why too. Minnesota, it's probably not a great time to open up a mall, especially given the circumstances of all the protests going on. I don't think department stores will go on strike. No, they never did. Sears never fixed that elevator at Exton Square. It was broken until they closed, and it's still broken to this day. It's a shame, but you know what? That's Eddie Lampert for you. Does not care. And the New Brunswick one too. Like they closed off the basement. It was horrible. It just smells old and it's outdated. I mean, myself, I will probably be in maybe like three or five more Sears stores, and I think that's it at this point. Yeah, Lord and Taylor Woodbridge did that too. Their elevator wasn't working, and then they actually fixed it. So I was lucky enough to go right around the holidays when they were right in their liquidation sales and film it for one last time. And I'm glad I did. I filmed that for one last time in Sears. I have no regrets going to that mall whatsoever. Sadly, I couldn't make it to Smith Haven, but we all know why that couldn't happen. But at least I'll still get there, finish off the mall, see Macy's and Comac, and call it a day. Probably won't do Walt Women shops unless it's opened. But I don't know. I haven't really made a full decision yet. I'm going to give it another 2 weeks, see what they say, and then I'll know a little bit better about that. I've been aware of it. I think it's select locations. I think like New York City, yeah, I could see why that they don't allow photography. But yeah. But no, at every Macy's store I've been to, they haven't really had an issue with me filming. Like I've never had an issue filming in Macy's. I think they're going to control it much better. Where I think it's going to be peaceful. I think they're going to designate spots for people to protest because they know they don't want another. We don't want another spike. So they're going to get smart. The NYPD, trust me. Really, which two have you been to that don't allow photography? Well, you just have to be discreet about it, and I think you can get away with it. That's the part. Oh, that makes sense. Probably why. No point to put the money in something that's going to close out. Interesting. I hope Eddie Lampert gets sentenced to prison until a new Parmester change is established. I don't think he'll get sentenced to prison because he has enough money to bail himself out, literally. But I do think he is going to go down as one of the worst CEOs in history. Yeah, I mean, it sucks. I've been to so many across the state. They're just sad. They're old and they're tired. Yeah, they most stores don't, but because elevators are in like back alleys, it's not as easy for an employee to go back there as if it was like open and stuff. Yeah, most of them really don't. You're really not supposed to take pictures, elevators, film elevators in there, but as long as you can do it without anybody looking, it's you should be good to go. Like I've done it many times and I've gotten pretty good views on videos. So yeah. Oh man. It's actually nice to have a nice to finally have a clean room too. And sleep well too. Yeah. Yes, I heard. They had to. I mean, you know what? I'm happy that the governor and the mayor finally stepped in and said, "Okay, yeah, we need to implement a curfew." Good. And you know what? They should have a curfew. Absolutely. It's they have to get the protesters under control so that we can start opening up again. Absolutely. I totally agree with the curfew. It needs to be put in place. And I really think they need to start implementing curfews again here as well. Have all businesses closed by 8 o'clock. I think they need to do it in New Jersey too. And I hate to say that because we're already in the limbo with the coronavirus, but until we can control the protest and people can calm down, we have to implement the curfew, unfortunately. Yeah, Roosevelt Field is a mall. I'm definitely due for a visit at some point. I just don't know when. Unless something major closes there, then I'll have to consider making a trip. Like I'm talking Bloomingdale's, Macy's, Nordstrom's. Something major would have to close there in order for me to go. Um, yes and no. What I've seen, my experience with Westfield Properties is they don't allow photography. Like if somebody doesn't want their picture or if you get security on camera. If you're filming an elevator, they typically don't really care, just as long as you're not like taking pictures of something that's like threatening. Simon, it's a whole different story, but I really don't want to get into that because that was a crap hole. Oh no, we're at the end pretty much. We were shut down for March, April, and May. How much longer can we be shut down? It's over there. It's over. Honestly, this whole thing is just over. People are going to go back to work, and that's it. You know, the protests will stop. People will go back to work. Yes, it sucks. The kids can't go back to school. Can't really do anything about that because if we did that, then we'd have a spike. So yeah, aka the Sesame Shops is in trouble. One of their anchor. Yeah, that was Boscov's that's been vacant since 2006. JCPenney Roosevelt Field is not closing. Damn. Yeah, I don't really take the subway that much. I just stick to the New Jersey Transit and Long Island Railroad. So, and that's what I've done. So, I mean, it's pretty good too. Like it's just easy for me. No, JCPenney Roosevelt Field is not a loss. Got crappy Kone monitor TR. Penny's ruined those elevators, unfortunately. They used to be nice classic Dovers, but sadly JCPenney's exclusive contract with Kone destroyed those things. Kind of like Lord and Taylor, destroying pretty good elevators with crappy ones. It's a shame, a real shame. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Um, yeah, I don't even know what the fall calendar is going to look like. Not that I'm going there anymore, but I mean, they're not even going to be able to have some of the events that they wanted to. They're going to maybe have one or two of the events. Scary. Like it's scary to say something like that. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Well, I'm not going on campus next year. Absolutely not. Especially with COVID and everything going around, I am just going to do community college in the fall. It's a shame too. No, it's not. I don't think it's going to leave Woodbridge. I don't think so. I don't know which locations are going to close, but I don't know yet. Well, that's why I don't take Path. I don't. I'm not going to invest my money in the Port Authority unless it's for the airport, which I don't unfortunately not have much of a choice. I don't really like Path that much. I don't really like Path. Yeah. Well, Universal here just sucks. They suck. They really suck. They don't really like photography. And I get it because of everything that happened with 9/11, but I don't know. I think those security guards just take their jobs way too seriously. They pick on the littlest things too. It's sad, but it's whatever, I guess. I don't really like Path. I prefer NJT, especially for me. Like if I ever need to go into New York City, I'm 2 train stops away, so it's the pretty easiest thing in the world. The only pain in the ass is the Long Island Railroad because I'd have to go all the way out there. The furthest out I've been out on the Long Island Railroad was Hicksville. I haven't been to any other destinations, but now I'm going out to what is it, St. James at some point whenever all these restrictions get lifted. So yeah. Yeah, there's not much to do on campus for me either. I mean, what I found out was much people went home on weekends, so I'm just like, you know what? If this is what it's going to be like, yeah, there's events on weekends, but it was just there wasn't really much to do. It was very like boring. Like there was nothing to do. And but you're going to spend weekends there working. I would rather have fun on weekends with my friends. So yeah, they have to do that for Subways because they want to be smart. That's a smart thing. Yeah, I know. Yeah, because that Century 21 used to be a Macy's and a Bamberger's too. One- Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm waiting for the list from corporate, so I'm just kind of keeping my mouth silent for right now. So yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna be commuting. Hopefully, it'll be online. It would be nice, but I think it's gonna be in person in fall, which is fine. And you know what? The college is it's so close to my house, so at this point, I don't really care. So it's whatever, I guess. But I mean, everything just kind of just happened quickly. Everything's just kind of closed. It kind of stinks too, but not much you can really do. Yeah, all my classes are online for the summer. And then in the fall, I don't know yet. I think it's going to be a hybrid from what I hear. They haven't really announced full plans yet. California, it's all online in the fall, pretty much. So, and now people can't even, yeah, you can't even walk into a school building until like the very end of, what's it called? Until the end of June. And that would just be to retrieve your belongings. Because some people have to retrieve their belongings like in high schools. I don't know when that's going to happen. That's probably not going to happen until like maybe middle of July. Because they wanted to put a new restaurant in there, which is a shame too. I did get a haircut. A barber, one of my neighbor's friends did it for me. Just in the first and second level, export is still staying. That'll be an interesting Century 21 store when it opens. I still am gonna have a good summer. It's just gonna be a little bit different, obviously. So yeah. Well, yeah, it's opening up in July. They just announced it, I think, on Friday. So I think Macy's in Harrisburg will have liquidation sales delayed. Yeah, they just announced it on Friday. So they're not opening up this month at all, which will give them time to prepare and stuff. That's good. Wonder, is anybody else live right now? Ah, I can't check my phone. Oh well. I don't know. That was a mistake too. Yeah. Well, it's gonna be a while for that to happen. Oh, nice. That's good. Maybe. Yeah, but it's a Schindler. It's nothing exciting. That's why I didn't go out for Coles, because no, I'm not going to drive out there for a Kone. I will certainly go out to Long Island for a Seaberg, but not for a Kone. And a 1956 Armors, of course, that was worth it to go out there for that. And I had to get up extremely early for that. That was a long day. Sadly, I had to go on a Sunday because they were doing construction on Saturday, so it'd take me forever to get there. But the good news was the mall was pretty close to the train station, so it was pretty flexible, pretty flexible. And then I just took the train back, and that was it. Did it in one shot. Just made it work. So yeah. Okay. I don't know. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? I'm pretty much out of ideas now. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it has been. June 20th will mark a year since I've been out of high school. I was the class of 2019, the last class that got to graduate in person before coronavirus. Yeah, Times Square is not really a place to film elevators unless you're like a local resident around there. I don't really film there. You can look into it. Certainly look into it. They do have certain accommodating programs, I'm sure, for kids with special needs. Definitely look into it seriously. It'd be a real benefit for you. Yes, I heard Pier 1's closing all their stores by October 2020. Very sad. One I got a like my at least my dad's side of the family got a lot of stuff from Pier 1. So that's a huge loss too. I think the closest one is in Clifton, if I'm not mistaken, from where at least from where I live. And there's another one too in Paramus, but yeah, Clifton's the closest one. But yeah, Pier 1, that's a loss. Definitely. I did one video on a clearance and outlets because I thought it was like unique. It wasn't like your typical Pier 1 store. So yeah. Oh, I know. Absolutely Lord and Taylor made a huge mistake. But it was Hudson Baseball because Hudson Bay had an exclusive contract with Kone. Yeah, it tells you how much an exclusive contract can get you. American Dream is nice, don't get me wrong, but it is literally Kone City. Horrible. Horrible what they did with the elevators there. I'm still waiting to go to the water park. That DreamWorks water park is going to be insane. And now I hear they're going to have movies, some soundtracks. Hopefully there'll be a vaccine, and I would love to go there. I would love to just spend the whole day in that water park because that is going to be awesome. Like it's going to be just amazing when it's all done. Pier One, the problem is they couldn't keep up with Home Goods and Home Sense. Really took a lot of their market share away. Something goes Home Store. Yeah, Home Goods and Home Sense and Burlington too. Marshalls, definitely Ross. Yeah, just too much competition, honestly. Pier One was kind of the odd one out, so I'm not surprised. Yeah, Macy's does have a contract with Schindler, which is nothing bad. Their Bloomingdale's mod of Riverside was a much better job than the Macy's in Short Hills. At least in Bloomingdale's, the speaker was clear. In Short Hills, the speaker just sounded cheap. I did watch his stream over the weekend. I actually was in one of his trivia games. Everybody was very happy to see me in the live stream. A 338 really isn't anything special, honestly. It's just very typical. I mean, I don't really film in New York City unless it's something that's really cool that I really I want this on my channel. But I literally I have not touched my camera since March. I want to really start filming again for you guys because I really make good quality videos off that video camera. So I want to try and start doing it again though. But now with this whole thing with the governor announcing today for non-essential retail, hopefully that can become a reality within the next couple of weeks or so. Yeah, Nordstrom's is with Schindler. That's correct. I do want to get that's the one Nordstrom store I have not visited in the state is Cherry Hill, and that is a hike. That's a hike from here. That's like going from one region of New Jersey to the next region. It's a pretty far drive. And for a Schindler, I don't really know if it's worth it to go all the way down there for a Schindler. Freehold I will gladly do because that's an Otis, and I'm gonna try my heart to get out there. Pretty much at this point. I mean, Universal is gonna open up. Excuse me. Universal Orlando is expected to open up in about 4 days. What else? Disney is going to open up in July. I don't know about Disneyland and Universal Hollywood, but Orlando, the Orlando theme park and the hotels, the Universal Orlando resorts, they're expected to welcome back guests on June 2nd. And then the theme park will open up uh, June 5th, which is exciting. So, you know what? I think it's a new normal, and there'll be a vaccine, and we will get past this. We'll move on from that. I don't know. I think some point in the 2010s they changed. I don't know when. Hey, Lenny AO3, how are you? Okay. Now I wonder, does anybody have any questions? Any good questions that they want to ask me? Anything else you guys want to ask? Freehold, Schindler, because it's Make Eric. Nope, I've never been to Ford Garage. I don't know yet. I don't know if it's even happening at this point. Lord and Taylor's liquidation sales. They might very well do it store by store, or maybe a couple of rounds of fives. I don't know yet what the ultimate plan is going to be. No, they are with Excel at this point. Yes, JCPenney will. Nordstrom's won't, though, unfortunately. And I really just hate. I really do hate to say that, unfortunately. I know, but it's going to be a little bit of a while. Okay, that's cool. I guess. I don't know why am I scratching my head. Man, this shutdown stinks. But at least it's almost over. Now we just got to hope that keeping these people off the streets will prevent a second spike. And at least there's a curfew. At least in New York City. So yeah. All right, so guys, we are pretty much winding down to the very end of coronavirus update number 20. If you guys have any last minute questions, please go ahead and type them up in the chat. Like I said, we were only doing this for 1 hour, and I kind of want to relax because I just spent the whole day cleaning my room, and I pretty much want to relax and watch a couple of things and kind of just clean up and stuff. So yeah. Yes, Nordstrom's is closing at the Freehold Raceway Mall, and it's not opening up to the public, but I'm going to see if I can. I don't know. Well, we'll see. All right. Goodbye, Mohammed Sonic Boom. Thanks for joining the live stream. We'll see you on Wednesday. Yes, they will be starting their liquidation sales this month. The only department stores with Dover Impulse elevators, I believe, is at the Galleria Crystal Run, and that's only inside the JCPenney. All right. See you later, man. All right. I think at this point, I'm going to go ahead and end the coronavirus update number 20. So, like I said again, before I want to go, so New Jersey, non-essential retail, outdoor dining, June 15th, spas and not spas, sorry, salons and barbers, June 22nd, gyms we don't know yet, and phase 2 for some regions in New York State are beginning tomorrow and Wednesday. Keep you guys updated with more news coming on Thursday. Thank you guys so much for watching coronavirus update number 20. I don't know yet about that. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, thank you again for watching coronavirus update. When will Sears leave White Plains? I don't know yet. I'm still waiting on that. So anyways, guys, thank you again for watching coronavirus update number 20. And we will see you guys in the next one. That's it.